Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. Oh, cracking ball. Decent chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And the shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
In with the challenge. Yeah, he's fouled him there. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now. Clermont are the most prolific team in the league this season, and that's really well manoeuvred. Laborde has a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Clermont gain their reward with an early goal. Aim forwards. Laval were quick to defend their manager in the wake of criticisms levelled at him in recent days.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blind to an obvious problem, and he was far too slow in reacting to it. He was never going to get away with that.
Vertu. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Gets a good foot in there. Laborde. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And he cuts out the supply. And it's played forward. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Tomiyasu is, of course, making his first start in quite a while now. Lefeu really has been in sparkling form, hasn't he? No doubt we'll hear plenty of rumours about him when the transfer window opens.
I think so. He's a man very much in demand, and not just from any interested.
Can he find the finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
Delafeu is offering a wry smile there.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now, what about a counter-attack? Cuts out the pass. Keeper's got good distance on that. Thinks one through. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Delafeu. Delafeu gently done. No way through, so back it comes. There's the shot! Goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Moved on forwards. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. There too. Renan Lodi, forwards and with intent. He has found a way through. Vertu on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been brilliant, and he totally merits a 3rd.
He looks a really hungry player right now. And it's played forward. He's on it. Can he get away? Over to the left. He's found a way. It's Delafeu! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And that's really well manoeuvred. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Clermont are 2 up early in the second half. Vertu with 2 goals already to his name. Aim forwards. And into the great... Does really well to win the ball there. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Played with finesse. It's out for a goal kick. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Kimpembe. And he whipped. Bullish header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Memphis Depay! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Keeper's dealt with that.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone a-begging.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. He's found. Shot at goal! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
We're talking fine margins, very fine margins.
No way through there. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Out to the right. Could move up a gear here. Memphis Depay. Shapes to shoot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
And that has been cleared. Gets it away. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Referee's given a throw. Laval making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Aim forwards. He's got away. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Out towards the flank. He's shifting through the gears here. He's had a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Proves too strong. Chance here to counter. Spread out to the left. No, that's overhit. That's really well manoeuvred. Laval can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Moved on forwards. Kimpembe. And it's played forward. Can he latch on to this? Well timed, excellent interception. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Clermont. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Clermont decisively
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. That has been cut short. There too. And it's played forward. Clermont are on a good run here at home, unbeaten in the last 5. Proves too strong. Memphis Depay. Renan Lodi. Marco Verratti. Clermont boast a very impressive defensive record of late. Brilliantly cut out. And they've got rid. And here's Depay. And it's Felipe Melo. And he's got it. Oh, smashing header! And somehow he has kept that out. No, he got that all wrong.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
Out for a throw. There too. Clermont, but it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Lucas Verissimo gets over and intercepts. Now it's Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay. Real chance! Goal! Clermont! The breakthrough strike!
Clermont, the danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Clermont have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
That's really well manoeuvred. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Aim forwards. Clermont out to the left. Spread out to the left. Great defending, strong and determined. Moved on forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
There too. Oh, this is a terrific run. And he's cut it out. And it's played forward. Verratti does really well to win the ball there. There too. He's in plenty of space here. And the shot! And that's really well manoeuvred. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he goes cross-field. Tomiyasu makes the interception. Vertu wins the duel this time. Out to the left it goes. Laborde. Marco Verratti. And it's Verratti. Chance here to counter.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Aim forwards. Deftly away. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Clermont can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Great work on the overlap. Up he goes! That's another chance! Could be danger, and again!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, it's played into the area. Simon claims it. Safe hands. Montpellier have a free kick. Over to the left. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Goes for a shot! Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. That's really well cleared. And here's Felipe Melo. Felipe Melo plays it in. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a...
Shoots! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So a substitution here, and the form player is coming on, raring to go. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Kimpembe. Lucas Verissimo. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Big chance! Oh, and one more try! No mistake! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Kimpembe with a definite foul there. Decent chance! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option.
Well, that's an excellent interception. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Time and again they are repelled. There, Lefeu looks to get on the end of this. Played out wide. Aimed in towards the... He's had a go! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
So here comes a substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That is a great pick out. Oh, he's back.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that's really well manoeuvred. And the referee brings it to a close. Clermont are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout, and their tactician-in-chief can draw great satisfaction from it. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And already we're underway here. And can he finish it? He's got away with one there. Deulofeu. Here's, can he finish? And again. And he's following up. Out to the right. And it's played it. And the volley! Well, it was a decent attempt in the end.
Well, the hold-up play as that move was being constructed was important for the runners, and more really should have been made of it.
And he's straight offside. Hernandez. Clermont are on a good run here at home, unbeaten in the last 5. Vertu played into space. And they can counter here. Deulofeu. He's found a way through. Decent chance! And he's heaved it away. Vertu. Can he finish?
Saint-Etienne? Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Deulofeu providing an outlet on that flank. Lofted upfield. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Marco Verratti. And he welcomes it in. It's Memphis Depay! It's a loose ball. Gets good distance on it. Ball comes in. Diving header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Keeper's dealt with that. Played into space out wide. It's out for a goal kick. Tomiyasu makes the interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Great work on the overlap. On the volley! No, not this time.
Well, I thought the keeper was really confused as to what to do then, whether to come and take it or stay on his line, and yet in the end, he's allowed to get away with a lot of indecision there.
And the keeper gets his hands on it. Marco Verratti, over to the left. Cuts out the pass. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vertu. Turns and goes back. Vertu! Marco Verratti. And it's hoisted clear. And here's Deulofeu. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, he's found support out wide. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. Oh, smashing header! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. So a fascinating half, full of talking points, not least that last very, very late one. The midway point of the game.
Clermont really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Clermont have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances.
A real chance! It's fallen kindly here. And yes, it's there! The second half sparks straight into life. Laborde was quick to move in. The keeper's handling wasn't great.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
A 1-0 lead established.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Laborde, and it's Vertu. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Calmly anticipates. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Saint-Etienne are on the receiving end of some fairly harsh criticism, mainly about the tactical choices made by the boss.
I think tactically he didn't make a good job of things for starters, and then compounded matters in trying to correct it. I only hope he's thick-skinned.
It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Moved on forwards. Hernandez. Marco Verratti. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
In by Vertu! Goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Clermont are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Vertu, played out towards the right wing. Laborde, Deulofeu, and he's away. Danger averted for now. gone for a throw-in. Played in, climbs up big! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Oh, that's a real disappointment as well, after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
Hit into the middle, chance! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, he certainly got to the ball well enough, but the rest didn't quite come off for him.
And the keeper has it. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Tomiyasu is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Marco Verratti. Felipe Melo. Out to the left it goes. Throws in his head. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, it was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Tries a deft little ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Just 5 minutes left. Played out to the right. Shapes to shoot! Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Well, the referee's seen the board, and he's going to allow a bullish header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Shoots! Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Aim forwards. That is a great pick out. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, here's a guy making his first start in these colours. What do you think?
Yeah, he's obviously been brought in to strengthen a certain position, and the next few weeks will determine his tactical suitability. It's up to him now how this may influence his future.
Well, I've thought about the opposition here, Jim. They are a team that is stuttering badly.
Well, if ever a win was needed, Peter, then they'd obviously like it to be here. However, there's no need for them to get over-anxious about their current run. They have to retain a composure about their work and get back to what they're good at. Should they rekindle a full commitment from every individual, if they don't win this one, they could well win the next. They have to maintain belief.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Botman makes his first appearance for his new team. Jim, what's he all about?
Peter, he's a player with all the physical attributes to get his team out of a jam.
And the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Clermont are having to deal not just with their opponents, but also with a congested fixture list. It's at times like this when depth of resources becomes so important.
And it's a time when the squad is called upon to help keep everything.
Can he finish? Goal! Clermont! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Clermont breakthrough, nice and early, just as they wanted it. Clermont are unbeaten on the road so far. And that's really well manoeuvred.
It's good movement we're getting from that front line. Very flexible.
Yeah, really easy on the eye too, yeah?
Very much so. It adds more variety to their attack and asks more questions of that defence. Cat and mouse at its best.
Delafeu gets into some space. Here comes the cross. Moved on forwards. Marco Verratti. Verratti shifted upfield. He's in the board! Oh, taken with style. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Now it's Delafeu. And it's played forward. Oh, that looks a good ball through. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Clermont find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Ball's played through. Renan Lodi gets across to intercept that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's De La Feu. Cuts out the pass. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's found support out wide. De La Feu. He has found a way through. La ball and the shot! Oh, it's come loose. Herring after the ball here. Aim forwards. Clearly not happy with that. Vertu. Memphis Depay. Can he find the finish? And he should have made it 4.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Up he goes! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Clermont are having a ball here. Memphis Depay. Oh, what a ball! Vertu. Clermont looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Oh, played through for the wide man. And here's De La Feu. Now this could be a big chance! And the ball's come loose here. And he's heaved it away. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Have had it all their own way so far then, and they go in at the break in an utterly dominant position.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Clermont pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a one-sided game so far. And the game has already resumed here. Botman. Renan Lodi. And it's Memphis Depay. Laborde finds himself offside. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Clermont boast a very impressive defensive record of late. And that's a dangerous ball. It's Verratti! It's in for the pieces! In he goes again! And he's there to get it away. That's a throw. Felipe Melo. De La Feu. Marco Verratti. He's got space in the area. Laborde!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Played out to the right. Caresses it through. And he has been fouled there.
Yeah, just noticing now about that defensive line and how much it's dropping. It's too deep for me.
And why do you think that would be?
Well, it's an obvious move to prevent the opposition from exploiting the space that was usable.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Vertu played out to the left flank. Incoming delivery. That'll be a corner. So can they do it again? That's really well cleared. And here's Verratti.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Calmly anticipates. That's been drilled forward. Done so. Aim forwards. Felipe Melo. Marco Verratti. Moved on forwards. And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
Memphis Depay, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Almost nothing left on the clock here. Clermont are looking odds on now to extend their impressive run of form with yet another win. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He's clearly asking too much with that. Lucas Woudenberg. Played towards the front line. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, he's not played the ball. That's a foul. And he's there to clear it. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Does really well to win the ball there. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, it's just a case of reality striking, Peter. One side through their quality.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Chance for a shot! That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, a delicate chip through. And he cuts out the supply. Moved on forwards. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Aim forwards. Over to the left. Gets a foot in here. And they can counter here. And that has found him in acres of space. He's found a way through. And the keeper has it. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Hernandez is there and he can get that clear. Oh, such a clever touch. But Ati did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Just too much on that. And it's Memphis Depay. Clipped into space. Now that's well seen too. Laborde played out to the left flank. Keeper's got good distance on that. Laborde, Memphis Depay, and the shot! Goal! Clermont! And it's Clermont who take the lead. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yeah, I had a feeling we were going to see something like this, Peter. They're always looking to lure and lunge at you and hit you on the break. It was very nicely done.
Clermont have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. That has been cut short.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Can he latch onto this? He's shifting through the gears here. Takes a shot! It's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Clermont are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's played forward. Laborde. Well timed, excellent interception. Decent chance! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Memphis Depay. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Renan Lodi, forwards and with intent. Renan Lodi. Memphis Depay. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he's there to get it away. Laborde. Laborde is flagged offside. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Succumbs to the pressure. Deulofeu. Laborde, spread out to the left, cuts out the pass. Clearly not happy with that. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Vertu given the lift of his goal. And it's played forward. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Charging, shapes to shoot! Out to the left it goes. Laborde has created one goal already. Now it's Memphis Depay. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Clermont 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. So we're just settling back into this second half. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vertu spread out to the left. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Hernandez gets over and intercepts. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Memphis Depay. He has found the way through. Well read, nice interception. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Memphis Depay. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Tries a deft little ball. Oh, he's been flattened there. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Yeah, I think the word from the touchline, Peter, is that defence needs to focus on runners and balls over the top.
Yeah, it's a clear change in approach, isn't it?
Yeah, and if they drop off, there has to be a strong level of industry from other departments in front.
Marco Verratti. In by Verratti. Well, that's an excellent interception. Aim forwards. Renan Lodi. Memphis Depay. Oh, sweet feet. And the cross comes in. There too! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Time for a change in personnel. Clears it away. And here's Verratti. Can he get onto this? Oh, what a climb! It's in! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Clermont are having a ball here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that's nice and simple for the keeper.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
He is through. He's had a shot! Has another go! He scores! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Can he find the finish? It's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
He's in a great position here. Oh, they can break here. Verratti gently done. Always onto this. Goes for a shot! Oh, terrific save.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Turns and goes back. Big chance! Felipe Melo. The final 5 minutes. Lofted upfield. Time and again they are repelled. Played out to the right. Can he finish? He can get that clear. And that's really well manoeuvred. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. He's having a shot! Gets good distance on it. And the counter is on. And that will be the final act. Clermont can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, this was a result that reflected the difference in team strengths. I mean, you felt that all they had to do was release their power and they were going to steamroll their opposition, which pretty much happened.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Big chance! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Is onto it in a flash. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Aim forwards. Clermont are the league's top scorers, formidable in front of goal. Laborde. Laborde! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Lofted upfield. Calfrier does well to get it back.
Amiens
Do love to play with a bit of width, Jim.
Yeah, and just notice the way, when they ping it out wide, the prompt for those in central midfield to make their forward.
Laborde! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, there's a probing ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay. There's the header! Memphis Depay. Nice physical challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Now that's well seen too. And it's Memphis Depay. Amiens have been very strong at home this season. In fact, still unbeaten here. Oh, what a ball! Still goalless at the moment.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Deulofeu. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Moved on forwards. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Amiens were impressive in their last outing and brilliant. It's Deulofeu! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Gets good distance on it. Over to the left. In once more. He's having a shot! No, not this time.
Laborde rightly acknowledges such good supply and apologises for not doing a little bit more.
Felipe Melo. Deulofeu. Does really well to win the ball there. Play towards the front line. Calmly anticipates.
Clermont couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And here's Deulofeu. Cross goes in there. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Danso concedes a free kick for that. quickly away. De La Feu. And it's played forward. De La Feu. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. He has found the way through. He is just caressing the ball. Nice interception, well timed. And he's there to clear it. Oh, good take in a good area. Danger averted for now. There's the whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How would you review the first half?
Clermont may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Clermont are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Shot at goal! And for a moment, time stood still. Amiens have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Climbs up big! What a wonderful goal!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Wins the duel this time. So what can they make of this? And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's De La Feu. Good take. Great chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Laborde is offering a wry smile there.
Well, the opening goal did come from a corner. Now then. And that has been cleared. It's a mighty effort! Can he stop it going out? De La Feu. Vertu. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Cleared without complication. Clermont are the standout defensive side of the moment. They've not conceded in their last 5. And it's De La Feu. Vertu! Vertu!
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Memphis. It's Memphis Depay! No mistake! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Clermont are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He tries a shot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
That was really positive from him. He was far too good for those defenders and nearly scored a cracker.
Clermont are making a change now. Coffrier. Moved on forwards. Real chance! Oh, that's a chance! Looking to break at pace. The muscular approach does pay off here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, just skips past his... and the shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, it was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Out towards the flank. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Forward it goes. And the counter is on. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now then, the ball's come loose. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. That's a throw. Clermont have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. And it's played forward. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's nice. Hangs in a cross. Botman attempts a clearance. Have it back and can go again. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Now the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now, who's going to be first to this? Coffrier. And that's that. Clermont can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally. All round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, this was a result that reflected the difference in team strengths. I mean, you felt that all they had to do was release their power and they were going to steamroll their opposition, which pretty much happened.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.